Hey everyone, it's Jonna the Preppy Crafty Girl, and I am here to talk about recycling clothing for junk journaling. So when I go to, people were asking me about how come I don't leave the clothing in the Goodwill bins for other people who do use the clothing or resell the clothing. And one of the reasons is if nobody has picked it up by the time I've gone through it, because I don't go through it when all the clothing sellers go through the bins. I wait till they're done and then I go in after, because there's usually items that no one wants, and that will end up in the recycling, going into textile recycling. So what's the difference between whether it goes to textile recycling or it comes to my home where I recycle it into junk journals? So that's how I feel about the whole process. And so I'm going to show you a few things and a few uses of how I go about my selections and things like that. So currently I'm working on a few journals. I'm working on some cookbook journals. So I picked up this. There was one lone napkin, but I just love the watercolor fruit. It's awesome. And so I picked this up. Then I've got two of these old placemats. Now these are quilted, and then they have like, this feels like the old tablecloth fabric. And so these are going to be awesome to make into journals. I'll probably make soft-sided journals with these because it's already quilted. And all I'll do is I will take the stitching out of this edging and I will reuse the edging. And then I will cut this into like a traveler's notebook size. So that's my plan for these. Or you can also, they make great pockets too, quilted pockets. So you can recycle or reuse the placemats into your journal. So don't negate placemats. Also, I found these, which are, I believe, Pioneer Woman. I didn't see any labels or anything on it, but I believe it is a Pioneer Woman fabric. I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong. And I feel a tag on here. So there were two in one of the bins and I just picked them up for that reason, because these will make great journal covers, or it will make a great, I can use the leftover for quilted tags, because I've got this side too, because they're double-sided. So, don't pass up, if they're in good condition, a lot of times you'll just find one. This time I found two. I had to do a lot of digging, but I did find two of each. So, but a lot of times you'll find just one. Some other items that I look for are things that have really cool trim. So here's this piece. This also has really neat fabric. As I told you, I'm working on a boho journal and also my own journal. So I thought this would make great textile. It's some kind of polyester, which isn't the best, but to cut it into strips or whatever, make a ruffle or something. But the reason why I got it was because one of the little tassels, look at all the little tassel trim, and all this great woven trim along the whole edge of the jacket. So I do get that for that. So don't pass up something if it's got great trim on it. Like this top right here had all kinds of stuff that I could harvest. Now, the thing about the Goodwill bins is they charge $1.95 per pound. This time I went a little over in my poundage. Usually I like to try to keep it at a pound at $1.95, but I bought this gown for, well, let's just talk about the gown first. Okay, for one, the sheer, the crinoline, and then also all this fabulous lace. So I will be doing Christmas journals, and this will be awesome burgundy color, and it is a whole gown. Now this piece was very large. It's huge dress. And but there is a ton of lace to deconstruct off of this. Plus, I can use all the tulle, and possibly the lining. Maybe I could do something with this lining. I have to see if I can maybe dye it or leave it as cream, as like backing on something. I don't know. So anyway, I got this big gown. So this weighed a lot, and so it brought my amount my poundage up more than how I would want it. There are also these little straps, so that is salvageable. This whole dress actually is salvageable, so I'll set that aside. And then I got this top, and this I got because I told you I'm working on the bird journals, and this will also work boho. So it has these really pretty embroidered, colorful birds on here. So I thought that would be fun. I could take it and make it a pocket, or I could even put it on the cover or something like that of any kind of journal. I don't know, maybe shred this and make tag toppers, possibly the rest, but look at these that were on here, which I thought was fabulous. Of course, they are knotted to the end all of end alls. But anyway, it had all these cute little tassel thingies. And how cute would that be hanging off a summer journal, right? So there are 4 of those I can harvest off the tie. This one's a lot longer. You could even undo them, like cut them there and just put them on a paper clip or whatever. But I thought these would be super cute to hang off of a summer journal. So I'm going to have to take the time to unknot these. These are pretty well double, triple knotted. Apparently this person did not want the neck to open up on this top. Yeah, so look for like unusual things, like where maybe you wouldn't use this shirt by itself, but you may, use, like I said, the tassels off of it, the tassel trim. So I thought this was kind of, there's actually, 4. So there's 2 short and 2 long, but I thought those would be great for a summer journal. So I did get that. Again, I'm working on the boho journal, and I thought this was I actually wanted this shirt, but it didn't fit me. So I wasn't going to tear it up. I was actually going to wear this shirt, but it doesn't fit. So now I am going to recycle it. And I just loved this fabric with the flower, very boho and summery. So this will be going in my boho journal and also in another boho journal that I'm working on. So you will see that come around. Also, I found a embroidery kit. So this is a rose and a butterfly, and I am working on those garden journals, so I thought butterfly and blossom, so pretty. I don't know if I'm just going to stick it in the journal so that you can just work on it yourself, because everything is in here, hasn't been used. And then add it as a pocket. I don't know. I don't do embroidery. It doesn't look like it should be that hard. I could maybe whip it up in the night or 2. I don't know. Also, I have been watching Margaret at 7 Plaza, and she recommended getting an atlas or a world book or something like that just for the collage fodder that's in it. And this just happened to be in the Goodwill bin. Now, Goodwill, I feel their books, they charge $1 for a piece. So I just thought I would let you guys know that they are not, not very much less than what you could actually get at a thrift store. So, but it has a lot of great fodder. Not only do I have this awesome, look at this. This is this is going to go in my boho journal. This is definitely going in my boho journal because look what it looks like with that top. Come on. It's the same colors that are in this top. And this will look fabulous in that journal. So it has lots of maps in the front, and then it has all these great black and white photos, but then it has like little fussy cutting images off the side. So if you ever find this one, here's the Jersey Shore. That's great for a beach. These are black and white. These are perfect. You could do color tinting, using the Tim Holtz crayons or his watercolor pencils. You can use that. And this has awesome images, and it has all kinds of maps throughout the whole thing. I've never seen this one before, so me and maps. Yeah, I have to, stop for a map. Also, in the back, now this is different paper. This is a semi-gloss, kind of matted gloss finish. And if that makes any sense, probably not. But look at the back of the index. Oh my gosh, all these tiny little alphas. And look how many pages there are. Tons of pages of little alphas and numbers. This makes great background pages in a book. And yeah, it's great. great to collage with. So this actually is a great book if you can find it. It's called the World Book Atlas of the United States and Canada. Not sure. Let me see who makes it in case so you can keep an eye out for these. It's by Childcraft. And the date on this is from this is 1981, so it's not that old. So it should be around, apparently 1981 is considered vintage, but you know, I'm in denial. Okay, how about that? Anybody else? I love when hankies come in. I got some hankies, so pretty. I got 2 of those. I did pick up some more sheets. Okay, these have all been washed and they smell wonderful. So I did get some more sheets. I got this. I have a couple of cruise journals that I need to make some envelopes with. And I got this, it has little anchors on it, and it's red, white, and gray. And red, white, blue, and gray striped. And I thought those would make great envelopes to put the kits in. So that will be sewn up into kits. But this has roses on it. Hello. And I'm working on that rose. I'm going to be working on those rose journals. And I got these very Brady Bunch. So look at these, are awesome. So these have all been washed and ironed for use, even though I will shred them, but you know. And then I got this one, which has roses on it. This one has like a creamy background. It has pretty little scallop edge and little blue roses with little lilac bows on it. I thought that one was super, super pretty. I also got this set. This is a cream background. It has roses on it also, and this one is the same. So one last sheet set that I did get. Let me put this to the side. And I have sheet sets, I believe, up in the shop still, but I'm going to add some new ones because I have gotten so many of these. And I wanted to put in a questionnaire to you guys that down in the comment section, if you think I should cut them in 10 by 10 or 11 by 14 for journal covers. I'm not really sure how people really use the sheets. I use them for all kinds of things, but I do have a couple of sets. I don't remember the sizes that I put in there. There's 3 different sizes, one to make a ruffle or a tie. So there's a long, thinner strip, and then there's a couple of squares in there, but maybe 8 by 8 and then a 6 by 6. I'm not really sure. I'd have to go back and look, but there's 6 different types. I think there's 6 or 8. Oh my goodness. I need to go look it up. Okay, so the next thing I ended up getting was this Winnie the Pooh. Winnie the Pooh. Have you ever noticed when you're working on a journal and you state that you're working on a journal, all of a sudden you start finding the stuff for the journal. So you know me, I have been being followed by Winnie the Pooh for quite some time now. So I just went ahead and rolled with it and picked up a bunch of Winnie the Pooh stuff when I find it. So I'll be making a Winnie the Pooh journal. I'm going to do it on here probably. I think it'd be kind of fun. And yeah, so I did find a little crib sheet and I washed it up and it looks great. So I've got all this fabric for ruffles and, you know, to do like the binding on the cover. So I have that. I got this. This is actually a curtain. It was new in the packet. There was only one. It is 100% linen. It's from IKEA. So because there was only one, I could not find the other one. I really searched because it's so pretty, and 100% linen, you can dye. And I thought, oh, I could dye and use it in my studio. But there was only one, and I can't really use one. And I was like chasing the bin as they were pulling it away, trying to get the rest of this thing out because I did see the label in it and saw there was 100% linen. So I got a big curtain for that. And this I can dye, I can use. So I will be using this in my classes, you know, and also for the Roxy's challenge this week. Roxy's challenge was stamping on some fabric and then doing some other stuff with paper, making tags and things like that. So I will be back, or if not, if you've already seen this, it's because I've already done that. Kind of doing these kind of wonky, my videos, and I'm trying to get my video of my haul done and then use it so I can use the stuff that I show in the haul. So not sure, you may have already seen me do this video, but you know, it is what it is. Okay, I did find this lace doily, giant table round doily. And then I found this in an ecru tablecloth. Oh my goodness. Lots of doily circles to harvest out of this thing. So this is going to be great to not only use in my own artwork, but also for my retreat I will be holding hopefully next year. Okay, so those are, oh wait, I have some more things that I have found at the Goodwill bins. All right, I got some napkins. I got these, which I thought would be great for my kitchen journals because I love the gingham. Then I found these. This is spode, so I'm going to keep these because I actually do have spode Christmas dishes, but you know, it was pennies, 25 cents. I think originally at Goodwill it was 99 cents. And this, it's from C.R. Gibson, so not really sure. Yeah, I don't really see where the store was. I found some vintage trim. So I thought this would be super cute to do in Christmas journals. I thought about just binding a book with it. Oh my gosh, it's just so adorable. Tiny little. It's 4 and under the 4 foot tall trim. It's called small trim. 5 yards of it. Flame retardant, tarnish resistant. So it's going to stay. But I bet you could take alcohol ink and dim the shine down if you wanted to. It's from 1990. So I got a pack of that. Very glittery. On the Christmas front, I found some Santa Coca-Cola cards, so those will be fun to use. So I'm going to be working on some Christmas albums or Christmas kits. I found some playing cards for my scripture journals, so I thought the little angels were really sweet. I will be using those, and I go back and look at my videos because I showed a couple of ways that how I use playing cards in my journals. Also got another thing of paper clips. Whenever I can find these at the Goodwill bins, I pick them up because they're pennies. Oh, wait, are these a different? No, that's a, okay, that's new ones with plastic ones, but I think these are the metal. Oh no, there's just a big mix in here, so there's some metal ones. But these have already started to oxidize, so that means I can rust them. And then there's some plastic ones in here, which I just use the plastic ones, like you get at the Dollar Tree or whatever for my own personal use. So whenever I can pick these up for rusting, but I like the oxidized look of these, so I may just keep these oxidized and rust some other ones that I've gotten. Found some Baker's Twine in gray and white. I thought this was a pretty color, and this is new in the package, so thought that was awesome. And then I found this amazing wood baskety thing. I don't know quite what I'm going to do with it, but I thought it'd make a great display for my art retreat. And, you know, I don't know what I could put in here, but maybe postcards. I might be able to fit in here. I'm not really sure. So I do have that. And then last was I asked at my canasta group if anybody had larger vintage buttons, and one lady brought them. So don't forget to ask your ladies at church because they may just have these sitting around in their home. And so she brought me these to use as journal closures for my retreat. And some of these are really pretty. Look at this one. This one's super pretty. It's a little white flower and this little red one. And even this green kind of mod. So she did bring me these out of her collection. So I thought that was super sweet. I love the orange ones, of course, and orange, green, and there's some of these little pearl. Here's a white one. Here's a little red one. And here's some cute little gold ones. So yeah. So anyway, that was really sweet of her to bring me those this week. So thank you, Annie, if you're watching this, because you asked me about my YouTube channel. I'm showing your buttons that you gave me. Okay, so that is it for my haul, people. Thanks again for watching, and I will be back with several other. I went to an estate sale. Of all estate sales, I went crazy. So I will be back with that haul. That's probably going to be a 3-day haul. That's going to be 3 Thursdays in a row because it was an epic one. And I got so much stuff for junk journaling, and I am not kidding you. I got a Toledo scale for, it was marked originally $50 on the first day, and I was kind of eyeballing it because the glass was still intact, and I thought, oh, you know, even for $50, that was a pretty good deal. And so then I didn't get it, and I went back on the last day, and there it sat on the table. And the last day, everything was 75% off, and I got it for $12.50. And everything is intact. It is a beautiful, large scale. So super excited about that. I'm gonna put it. It's gonna go in my kitchen, and I'll probably put a bowl of fruit on it or something like that. I don't know. Put it on my island in my kitchen, but that is where it's going. So anyway, thanks guys, and I will see you soon. Bye.